immediately I will call upon my colleague Jenny Choo to come and do her part, because then with Daniel having set the 10-minute kind of standard, I expect you to do it in 10 minutes, Jenny. Yes. So, your time starts now.
Good morning, everybody. John is challenging me. I'll try my best anyway. And I'll cut short all whatever you have already know. Okay. I'm the coordinator of Land for Life program. And what does Land for Life program stand for? I mean, I'll just give you a brief introduction.
The mic is very. Who's better to get me the mic?
But I guess you can all hear anyway. So what is Land for Life? It's actually part of Changwon initiative, which is actually started in 2011 in Korea. And the main thing at that time is actually to recognize those who has already contributed to sustainable land management. So we have this Land for Life award, which is now given to winners or award winners at every 2 years. And the other thing is to raise public awareness on sustainable land management and also land degradation neutrality, plus to provide knowledge support. That's what Land for Life is about. And of course, one of the tasks is to get engaged with you all, young people. And what we have done is, you can see a list of things that we have done. Of course, from myself, I would actually love to receive from you all the ideas. What can actually engage you to come to contribute to land issues? What you want to hear from? What to make you excited to come and join our cause? That you can always come to me, write to me in an email and share with me your ideas. Or even you could also share with the CBM. I'm sure they have lots of activities going around. So that's a few things that you can see from here. We have organized UNCCD Youth Forum in COP13. This is Conference of Parties. And we engage about 25 countries youth. That time attended by 200 participants. And there's a declarations come out from last year COP about youth, and they say they want to do something about this, and I guess it shares with you all too. It's about knowledge. They want to know more about what is about land and how we can actually do about it. And investment, they want the government, so government bodies or the UN system, to actually invest more on what can actually support young people to get involved in land issues. And of course, researchers and incentives that to give people to actually, and not to really migrate a lot to urban cities, but actually to work on the rural area. Pull back all these brain drain to cities back to the rural area. How you can actually come back to the rural area and work on it and make it more attractive. And support, of course, here is to provide platforms to support exchange of ideas and knowledge to among you all. Yeah, that's what they come up. But of course, if you can think more on that, you can always come and share your ideas with us. Okay, this is more interesting part. After hearing Dr. Monga and Daniel and John talk a lot about land and land degradation neutrality, what does it mean to you? I mean, there are figures that scare you, like 12 million hectares of land is degraded per year, or even actually that's equivalent to, if I'm talking now in a minute, 36 football field is missing every minute. So does that scare you, or there's nothing to do with me because I'm still kind of living quite safe here, satisfied? Does that have to, does it actually come to you that, well, you want to do something, or, well, it's fine, I'm still can, go on my life as it is? What do you want to do? How can actually you contribute to land degradation neutrality? I think you all agree, or any of, I don't know, I guess, assume you all agree that land is very important, protecting it is very important, but how actually you can do it? As an individual, I'm not asking you as a professional, as an individual, how do you do it? Can anybody give an idea? No, it's very simple. Starting small, but doing now. If you don't do it, you won't do it. But so something small like you bike instead of driving huge car. You'd actually shop wisely, change a little bit of your consumption style. So for example, if you go and buy maybe I think here it's you get used to, like, you don't buy plastic bags to shop after, you carry your own bags. So these are the things. So and also, like, for example, if you buy 12 clothes per year, you might actually want to reconsider, maybe cut down to 10 per year instead of 12, right? So these are the small things that you can do. Or when you buy something, maybe next time change a little bit for a while, like buying one organic farming production or something like that, which actually helps to contribute to sustainable land management. So these are the choices that you yourself, or I myself, can actually contribute to land degradation neutrality. It seems like a big goal, but small actions, like from my country, I'm from Malaysia, we say sedikit-sedikit, lama-lama jadi bukit. It actually translates like, if you actually do it small, and it actually becomes a big mountain. So it's actually, you can do it in a small change, you don't have to pick a big move. So this is what are the daily things that you can actually do. And it does contribute to land degradation neutrality. The other thing is that make it a cool thing for land issues. When I was back in your age, now I'm not that young as John said, when I was back in your age, I was studying agriculture, and everybody kind of, what is this girl is doing in agriculture? Are you going to, like, in the field and work in the sun for 12 hours? This is non-cool job. And how do you actually make things like that become a cool job? You have to change your perception. Land is not that uncool. And how do you do that? I'll actually open that question to you, because I believe that you are creative enough to make the change. So this, if you see this picture, everybody knows Superman. This guy, he becomes an agriman. And this guy is from the Caribbean, which Richard's come from. So these are the things that we need from you to be creative, to be innovative. And that will make actually land topic much cooler for young people or for our children. The other thing is take the lead. Bring it. I would ask you to dream big rather than dream small. You can dream big, it can come later when you want to. If you have the determination, you can actually achieve your dream. So take the lead. You can also form a move. You don't have to get engaged with UNCCD or UN system, but be the partners. Like this girl from Australia. So he formed a movement to change the food system in Australia. Yeah. So these are the things that you can actually form the movement with your colleagues, with your friends, with your peers, or somebody, your friends that share same idea with you. And I'm sure nowadays we get lots of funding to, if you have some movement like that, you can get some funding to fund your movement, even crowd funding. This is one of way to fund your movement. So the other thing is that also to be empowered. If you want to do certain things, you need to know the skill, you need to know the knowledge. The skill and knowledge is not coming from the heaven or the sky to you like that, chuck. But it's a lifetime learning process. So you have to be empowered yourself. You empower yourself and you empower people to do the same thing. Talk about it more often, share with you. I talk about land topic with your friends and families. Make it like these pictures. You know what happened? This is a wedding back in India, and I got this from a campaign that in India community. They actually gather that family wedding and do a tree planting trees. So these are ideas that convincing families to do the same things. So you can actually do something like that. Talk these issues to your friends and your families more. Because maybe my mom, when I talk about land and of course I will not say land degradation, neutrality is important. You have other ways to talk to your mom, right? I'll say that, hey mom, maybe today we do something else when we go to market. So we'll buy some food directly produced from the locals and not from other places. Why? Because it's actually cut down actually our land footprint, so and other things. So these are the things that you can actually talk indirectly with your friends and families. Joint campaigns is the easiest things. We have every year World Day to Combat Desertification, and there are many organizations actually doing locally and nationally on the WDCD, and we do invite you to join the campaign. And in this coming UN Day in Bonn, I think it's 20th November, we're going to have a booth, and you can actually go Bonn, I think it's Marktplatz, and have a look what are the other organizations in UN Bonn doing things. So get familiar with that if you want to join any campaigns. And of course, volunteering. You can also join the UNV for volunteers work for 1 or 2 years, and also other organizations, if I'm not mistaken. Broad for the Wealth, they are having UN, we are having volunteer or even this engagement, global engagement, or engagement global is also having this volunteering programs that you can actually join for 1 or 2 years in other countries to get to know about what is sustainable development. And after talking so much, what do you want to do? I want to reinforce you that land, if you want to engage in land and you want to work in land is the key solutions to other SDG. I don't want to talk about it because my colleagues already explained it. But the restoration, just land restoration itself actually gives lots of opportunities to farmers, to investors, and society. If you look at this, for example, it's about per hectare, if you restore a forest land per hectare, you can generate about $515 per hectare per year. Okay, so that's this per hectare that you can generate. I just want to show you there are lots of opportunities out there that you can actually harness. And according to this global economic report commission, about 2.3 trillion economic benefits can be generated just alone from food productions and sustainable land use. So these are the things that I just want to reinforce. And it can also generate, this figures coming from World Resource Institute. Can these two alone, food productions and sustainable land management or land use management, generates about 71 million jobs opportunities. These are the figures that given by, and I just want to show you these are the areas. You can actually go to the WRI and then check it out. How many, jobs, millions of jobs opportunities can be done. And this is a concrete restoration projects that generates about 1,000 jobs for local community alone, and their income is actually 1,000% more than before. You can see that, and this is in Minchin. Those from China, I don't know any of you from China. So this is in Gansu, and yeah. So before that, you see that the lake. This is the Lake Qingtu. Before that, it was kind of like fast drying up, and after the restoration, you can see the wetlands coming in again. So these are the positive sides of why we need to scale up restoration, land restoration. It's not only for the environmental benefits, but it also provides opportunities for all of us. And lastly, what I want you to do is to make waves. How do you do that? For just to ask you, all of you got handphone? Any of you are UNCCD followers? No, right? So do it now before you leave this room. Okay? Become our Facebook followers, become also Twitter followers, Instagram. So do it now before you leave it. And this is your small action you can contribute to land degradation neutrality. Thank you.